I work Sunday night, so I don't really got nothing planned, really.
Yeah,
but nah. I did just buy a bottle of some Schman Marnier. Can't give out no free advertisements.
Schman Marnier.
Schmand Marnier.
Is that Grand Marnier?
Hey. We ain't giving out no free advertisements. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they got a raspberry peach flavor. That's just delicious.
I'm going to the movies like literally this whole weekend. Like today I'm about to go see Aladdin. Looking forward to that.
That is right. That did come out. I should go see that.
Sunday I'm going to go see that like anti-superhero movie. I think Brightburn. Yeah, I'm going to go see that. And then also I want to go see was it Booksmart or Bookworm, whatever it's called. That looks pretty good as well.
Oh, you ain't go see John Wick Chapter 3?
You already know I seen John Wick.
Oh, did you see they announced Chapter 4?
Yeah, they're gonna release that next year.
May 21.
Yeah,
2 years.
I'm looking forward to that. These John Wick series have been great.
Boss.
Yeah, Real quick question. I got a question for you. Damn, do you watch the Marvel series on Netflix?
Which one?
Punisher.
Yeah.
Okay. Who are you taking in a fight?
Oh, out of
between
him
the
and Frank
Punisher.
Castle?
Yeah, between the Punisher and between John Wick.
All right, so Frank Castle or John Wick. Now, I talked about this with someone at my last job. If it's a close quarters, hand-on-hand combat, I think Frank Castle will win.
Really?
I think Frank Castle will win a hand-to-hand combat. No, wait, I switched that. If it's a medium range fight, like let's say like across the street, like somebody's like, one's across the street from the other, I think Frank Castle will win that. I think John Wick will win the hand-to-hand. That's real, man.
Who are you taking overall? If you had to make a bet, you're a betting man.
So
and they're just dropped. It's like battle royale style. They just dropped.
Ooh.
They just dropped it to a city.
So would Jack Reacher be in there too?
It's just these two.
Oh, okay.
They just dropped it to like a small area. Like the weapons is there. They just pick up the weapons and shit.
Deathmatch battle.
Right. Who are you taking?
I think based on what I've seen, it might be Castle. I think so. But the only reason why I picked Castle is because I've never seen Castle get fucked up like that. Like John Wick, there was a couple times. At the end, I ain't trying to be a spoiler, but
spoiler alert.
In the movie, in the third movie, there was a time where two people could have realistically killed him.
Yeah.
If that's not spoiling nothing, I don't think it is. There's a part where two people could have legitimately killed him, and they didn't because they respected the fact that they was fighting John Wick and they wanted it to continue. And so I really feel like there was like one time like that in the second movie, not the and then in the first movie he got tied up and all they had to do was just bang, he would have been done. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for the Green Goblin dude saving him from the roof in that first movie. I mean, you know what I mean? Like you don't see Frank Castle get hog-tied like that. I think that's the only thing I think it might be a Frank Castle joint. But hand to hand, ooh-wee.
I gotta roll with John Wick.
Ooh-wee, John Wick is something serious. He runs stupid. You see him run?
Yeah,
he run like an old man.
He definitely run like a GTA character.
Oh shit!
Shout out to
again.
Yeah, John Wick was great, man.
Fantastic movie series, man.
Game of Thrones ending. Are you disappointed?
No.
Mm-mm. Really?
I'm really not.
Fuck Game of Thrones.
Why?
Fuck that last season. Fuck the writers for that last season. Fuck that last episode. It didn't make no fucking sense. Aaron Rodgers to me laid it out perfectly. Like, okay. And fucking the Trap Nerd, I know I've been wanting them to talk about it. I'm looking forward to them talking about it, Trap Nerd podcast. But like Bran becomes the fucking king because he has the best story. Like, get the fuck out of here. His story was not as good as Jon Snow's. His story was not as good as Arya's. His story was not as good as Tyrion's. Like, he didn't have the best story. This shit didn't make no sense. And then on top of that, hold on. So listen to this bullshit. We gotta wrap the show up. I'm gonna end it with this. So Jon Snow kills Daenerys, which we pretty much all seen coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the dragon flies off with Daenerys' body. So Jon Snow had to be the one to tell the Unsullied that he killed her because he's honorable. Okay, cool, fine, whatever. So you telling me that the Unsullied and the Dothraki, somebody said this on Twitter and I agree 100%, that the most ruthless fucking killers that we've seen in this show didn't do shit but let Jon Snow just be in prison for that time being after they found out that they killed his queen. They didn't just fucking slit his throat right then and there. Like, really? Nope. And then on top of that, they banned him to the Night Watch. Like, what the fuck do you need a Night Watch for anyways? And then on top of that, the Unsullied gets on a ship to go somewhere. So does he really have to go to the Night Watch? Like, they're not there. How are they going to know?
Well, the king banished him to the Night's Watch.
Right.
Not the Unsullied.
No, I'm saying that's the agreement that they came upon.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was going to be a war for Jon Snow's life.
Yeah, and then the Unsullied, the place that they were traveling to is the place that he and Miss Sandy agreed they were going to go to after the war was over. I'm okay with how it ended. If you think about all the way back to season 1, where the father got beheaded, the whole family was marked as traitors and murderers, people that weren't supposed to be looked upon as royal anymore. The older brother, forgot his name, he died in the first season. It actually came full circle because now the family runs everything.
Yeah. The Starks ultimately won.
Yeah.
That's the main premise of it, which I respect. The Starks ultimately won, which is cool.
And it does suck that the only thing that I didn't like is that after everything that Jon went through, he just ends up being a wildling.
Right.
But George R. Abrams said that the main characters will have the same storyline in the ending of the book, but a lot of the secondary characters would not. So that means, because the last book isn't done,
right?
So you still got, Bran will still end up being the ruler of the Six Kingdoms. Most likely, Sansa still becomes the ruler of Winterfell. Most likely, Jon Snow still ends up being outcast. Now, who knows how that plays out? It might play out a lot differently. But honestly, I'm okay with how it ended. I think that they didn't kill him because he told them his real name. I think that's the reason that they didn't kill, that the Unsullied and the Dothraki didn't kill him, is because they found out that he is a Targaryen, which him being the last male Targaryen, technically he would be the heir to the throne. So even though he did kill her, that's why they were so mad and everything. But technically speaking, he would be the heir to the throne, and she would have been his threat. So you could look at it like that. We'll probably have to get to the book to get the in-depth part of that. But in my opinion, that's why he just got locked up instead of them killing him.
They left so much untied ends, and I don't like it. Like it's
a show.
It was lazy as shit. They made this season 6. I don't want to get too. I'm going to end it here. They made this season 6 episodes. They should have stretched it out more so that way they could get more in depth with it. They wanted to write Star Wars. They basically just said fuck this last season. We got basically 3 good episodes, 3 decent episodes, and then basically just 3 bad episodes in my opinion.
The only thing that I was upset about outside of the John Wick thing, I mean not John Wick, Jon Snow thing, is the role that the Night King and the generals played. Like, the Night King is a fucking boss. Like, he survived the fire from Dracarys. He raised up all them motherfuckers that they just killed. You mean tell me they got a big ass circle of motherfucking dead people surrounding him, and out of nowhere Arya just jumped off of something's back or something and just leaps out of nowhere and just Like, come on, man.
This whole
That's the only part I was like, come on, son.
Shit didn't make no sense this whole season.
Come on, son.
I'm gonna watch it again. I'm watching the seasons through again. I'm gonna get through it again, and I'm gonna have my official.
That was the only
opinion.
part. I'm not mad at how Cersei died. A lot of people was pissed about that. I'm not mad at how Jaime died. I know a lot of people was pissed about that. I'm a lot of secondary character things didn't matter to me. It was cool. It was actually kind of ironic how the Hound died by fire.
Yeah, there's a couple of parts that was good.
I was okay with it. I know a lot of people are mad, but I was okay with it. Honestly, that would make me want to read the book to see what was left out or what's going to change as far as a lot of the secondary. Just because Abrams said that a lot of the secondary characters' endings are gonna be different than what they ended in the show. That right there is gonna make me want to read it. I've never read any of their books. I'll read that last one.
I'm done with I'm done. Shit was trash.
But now we got Power. Last season of Power coming up.
I don't watch Power.
How do you not watch Power? Who is you?
I don't watch TV really.
No, you watch Game of Thrones.
Right. That's the only show I really watch.
So you watch all these white people fucking each other's babies and cousins and shit, but you won't sit here and watch one of the greatest black people shows of all time?
I like watching white people act a fool. What's wrong with that?
But that's like saying you ain't never seen Oz or The Wire. Like,
what's wrong with watching white people cut up? They do it with us.
I mean, facts.
Right.
So watch us too.
Maybe I will eventually.
That's probably all bullshit aside. That's probably one of the best all black shows aside from Tommy ever.
I heard that Power is popping. Like my girl watch it, but
you got to get into it, bro.
Eventually, I might get into it.
Well, now that Game of Thrones is over, maybe you can.
But I'm I watch sports and movies. That's me. Like literally sports and movies.
Well, now you can watch sports, movies, and Power.
That's how you define me. And then Game of Thrones, I finally made time for, and I'm happy I did.
It was a good series overall. It was a good series. As long as you get past the incest, it's a great series.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is great. It might be the greatest show of all time. All right, so make sure that you guys go and like our Facebook page, Sports Enthusiasm Podcast.
Yeah, support it. Make
sure you go and like our follow our Twitter page at SYE Pod. Email us, sportsenthusiasmpodcast@gmail.com.
Somebody email me, man.
Please. Make sure you drink more water. Stay hydrated.
I drank a coffee today.
And we will talk to you guys later.
Peace.
Take care.